Tens of thousands of football fans came to Highbury. Electrifying.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the unbreakable, the unmistakable, and the absolutely never, ever, ever lateable TCP Live, coming at you live at it is 7:30 p.m. What do you mean I'm gaslighting you? Every Thursday evening on YouTube and available ad-free on YouTube memberships and Patreon. It's been a slightly chaotic evening so far.
It's the other way around.
I always forget.
Yeah, it's the other way.
It is that way.
Yeah.
But now you seem off. I'm on a handheld mic, and I will be holding a mic for an hour and a half because a component of my microphone has just disappeared. It's just gone. I was late because I was having some drinks with someone and we ran out of time. I just didn't look at the time. That's literally, there's not an excuse.
I was here, guys.
Rohan was here from 7:30.
I was here.
He was right here.
Well, actually, 7:35, but yeah.
I did tell you I was going to be late, to be fair.
Yeah.
10 push-ups, Rohan, says Oogie Boogie.
I did my run. You have to do the push-ups.
Okay, but how about I'm in a shirt? How about that, lads? I'm in a shirt. Does that make up for it?
Take it off and do the push-ups. No, you're not doing this.
Why are you asking me to take my shirt off?
But you're using the shirt as a way of saying...
No,
you're not doing this.
No.
You're saying...
No.
You're saying the shirt is hindering you from doing the push-ups.
I never said that. So now you want to watch me take my shirt. Now you want to watch me take my shirt off, and you want to watch me do push-ups. Start to think that lifestyle was more than. I just don't buy it. Alex doesn't run. 10 minutes late, says Merger Man. Can't spell latex without Alex. Alex late practicing his impressions. I wasn't actually late. See, Mojo Man says, look at Mr. Moneypenny drinking his fancy drinks. No, this is just water.
See, you're looking really smart. I'm looking a little bit sporty.
I think, can I say something quite vain? I think this beard length and this hair length is about where I want it. Is that fair?
Yeah. So are you like fully optimized?
I think I am. Yeah. Damn.
You can never be perfect, but you're looking good. That's a
Benji...
LinkedIn picture if I've ever seen one.
Well, like right now.
You could literally do a little LinkedIn picture. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
I optimize sales for my clients.
The thing so much like a broker right now.
The thing that my dog dying taught me about B2B sales. Benji Allen says, United fan Alex out having drinks with Amarim. I wasn't having drinks with Amarim. Not this evening. That's tomorrow.
He was having drinks with Iriola, actually.
Yes, yeah. What am I again? Am I a Bournemouth fan or a Arsenal fan or
all three, mix and match, depending on...
Yeah, just depends what agenda you want to run. No, that hair and beard length and good, you look like a cretin bucko, says LJNP. Thanks, mate. We are here to talk about football. Benji, thank you so much for your super chat. He's rewritten it. Nah, that hair and beard length ain't good. You look like a cretin bucko. What a lovely thing to say.
What's a cretin bucko?
Yeah, maybe a cretin bucko is a good thing. We are here to talk Arsenal, as always, on TCP Live. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for getting up your Thursday evening, or maybe your Friday morning on the way to work. Who knows? Do I sound all right? Because I'm on like a different mic setup.
Trust me, you're sounding beautiful. I wouldn't have noticed. Oh yeah.
We're going to talk Prague. We're all going to get a little masterclass off Rohan about Saliba in the midfield, and I'm going to allow you to plug your Substack.
Oh, what now? We're going straight in.
Maybe if you want to.
Maybe let's do the super chat first.
Let's do that. Let's do that in a second. I'm in charge here. We're going to talk about Jesus' return. And
here we go again.
We're going to rate the importance of every member of our squad. We're going to take your questions, and it's going to be a classic TCP Live. That's what it's going to be.
Also, we should be looking at our predictions for the big weekend, because it's a big weekend. A massive weekend.
For what?
Man City, Liverpool.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that was happening.
Did you not?
No. I'm
Yeah.
sure, as in I did, but as in I would have looked at the fixtures probably tomorrow at some point and go, oh, it's good.
We're doing that as well. We're doing that.
Present, Rohan. That's what I do.
Hmm?
I live in the
Out
present.
there. A present, yes.
The present is a present. That's why it's called the present. No, the present is a gift. That's why it's called. No, the present is a gift. That's why it's called a present.
Yeah.
Forward says, I panicked then. I thought you said you were going to rank the importance of every member of the pod. Should we do that? Let's not go down that path. Dan Reznik says, is Rohan... I quite like this, actually. This is sort of more me.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do this.
Are you in your acting element right now?
My acting element? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like your theatre.
What does me having a... Because I have
Don't usually
handheld
like...
mic-
Actually, no. Sorry. I've
You have
actually had a
radio
mare
mics.
there. I've had a mare. I got it mistaken with comedian.
Good grief. Is Rohan going to address his horror referee gig on Tuesday?
Referee gig?
You did look a little bit like the referee on Tuesday.
What was I?
He did look a little bit like you.
Oh,
you who
right.
else-
Oh, for God's sake.
I'll tell you who else looks like you. And I get sent this all the time. Constantly. People send me this picture and you know exactly what it's like. We all have that mate who looks like this. Have you seen this?
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no.
has
Are
anyone-
you sure
has
are
anyone-
you sure you're okay to poke?
Yeah, is this racist?
Yeah,
Probably.
right. I could probably do it just before you do it. Just in
I'm
case.
not saying anything. I'm saying
No.
people send it to me.
I know exactly what picture this is.
People send that to me and say that looks like you. I'm not saying it does. I'm not being racist. I'm saying people send it with look, Rohan.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything.
I know you're not. You're not. You're not. And I cannot confirm.
Do you think you look like the referee on Tuesday?
Absolutely not. No.
I don't think. Yeah, you sort of
Absolutely
a little
not.
bit. I don't think I should do this. It's not very professional, is it? Come on, we're all about professionalism here at the Cannon Podcast. How are you, Rohan?
Fantastic. I've had a really productive day. Work. Did the rewatch with me and James at around about 5:30. Finished that at 6:50. You told me you were running late. I thought, oh, well, let me get a cheeky run in. Did the run, did my stretch, and here I am now with all you lovely people. All you lovely people.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Feel good.
Yeah, I just realised I said the sort of the racist man's playbook. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Have you seen that clip of Ramesh Ranganathan and what's his face? Rob Beckett? When he's like, he's one of the good ones.
Yeah,
He's one of the good ones.
those are good ones. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you had a productive day, Rohan. That's good.
Have you had a productive day, Alex?
I had a lot of meetings today. Had a meeting about a podcast that I'm starting on my Alex Moneypenny channel, which you can go out. If we're plugging your Substack,
We should
that.
plug everything.
Launching. Should get you on that podcast actually. What was I going to say? I had a couple of meetings about the show I'm writing, and then met a friend for a drink.
Oh,
That's what I
what
did.
beverage are we talking?
It was a posh lager, just one. I'm not drunk, thank you. But yeah, should we talk about football?
Let's talk about football. Well, firstly, give me your thoughts on Slavia Prague.
On Slavia Prague?
Yeah.
Incredibly intense. Way more intense than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
In terms of that first 20 minutes, I think it was one of the most intense atmospheres I've certainly ever seen us play this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just seen a super chat, but we'll come to that in a second. Yeah, incredibly intense. I thought we rode. I always think it's interesting in those sort of first. Now I'm sort of aware. I think before in this team, I've been like, oh, we're not going to be able to handle it. And now I know we can handle it.
Yeah.
So now I'm more looking at like who is handling it. And it is interesting to see who deals with those situations. And I'm telling you, mate, Declan Rice
Yes.
just knows how to ride those waves. And you need those players. It's Gabriel's and Rice, whatever. And they are just willing to just take that extra touch you need. They're willing to just run the ball a little bit further back, just take that moment to delay someone, play the pass, slow the game down. You do need it. And I feel like, no shade on Ethan Wanerian. I think we should come to Ethan Wanerian and basically how he develops. I think, I'll finish that point. But you need players like Declan Rice who can actually be, who can kind of hold it. So I was really, really, really pleased with that. I do want to talk about Ethan Waneri. I do a 1 to 11. I'm plugging loads of things now. I do a 1 to 11 series on a different knock. And I put him at 11. And it was probably still like a 5, 6 out of 10 performance. It wasn't like a horror show from him. But I think that was really, if I was him, like one of his individual development coaches, I'd show him that game and I'd go, it was kind of his perfect storm of issues. Ball retention, quite not loads of time on the ball, not loads of touches to get off what you need to do, like a prioritization, in my opinion, like sort of the game wasn't calling for his best skill set. Does that make sense? Ethan Waneri is best served high touches against the low block in those sort of situations like that, but the game was going back and forth, and I felt as though he wasn't suited to that game, and that's fine. We forget he's 18 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 18 years old. If he came out of the academy and that was his first performance, we'd all be going, "Oh my goodness me, who's this kid?" Because there was some lovely touches, and you'd be going, whatever. It's just because he's been around so long. I just think it's a learning curve. I think for me, the biggest thing is learning when to prioritize retention. But also, to be honest, mate, I don't think he's as developed physically as I would necessarily want him to be. And a player of his center of gravity, I think he should be winning more duels than he does. And I think it's a case of getting in the Miles Lewis Skelly school, getting in the Pierre Hincapié school, and saying, right, how do I get my body across things quicker? How do I anticipate things better? Like, it's just, Heinze after training chucks 50 balls in the air, bounce, right, you get in front of it and you win that duel, and it's just that repetition. That was it, really.
Do you think with the Ethan topic, because I didn't think he played well. I love Ethan, but I actually don't think he had a good game. But do you think it's because with what Max Dowman is doing, and it's the constant comparison, potentially, like, even though you're not trying to, but because you're seeing what this freak 15-year-old is doing, you're then constantly looking.
It has to affect you.
Yeah.
Has to.
As a fan, like looking at it and you're viewing how Ethan performed, for example, in that game, then you look at, for example, Max coming on. I don't think it's a fair comparison personally, but when Max came on and you see what he was able to do, what you saw Max was able to do against Brighton, because I thought before Brighton and Slavia Prague, and again, you have to caveat it, he's 18 years old. I thought Ethan was looking really good this season. I didn't think he played well against Brighton, but despite the goal that he scored, I didn't think he played particularly well against Slavia Prague. And then I think naturally that comparison comes in, which I don't think is fair, as I've mentioned. But naturally, I feel fans start to do that, and they then lose the perspective of he's 18. And you got to remember, like, the physical aspect that you spoke about, I feel like that was a big reason as to why we didn't see him towards the back end of last season as much, because he's someone still very young, and he's growing into his body as well. So yeah, there's so many, but he's quality, he's class. Like,
he is class.
Yeah, and for me, like, I love the fact that. So I don't know if you saw Mikel's post-match comments after the Brighton game, and he said there were a lot of things in the game Ethan wasn't as precise in. But what he loves about Ethan, and this goes back to the whole freedom topics, like, he loves the fact that he takes risks in the final third. And what he means by that is when Ethan gets the ball and he's in that space, he's always looking to shoot. Every single time he wants to get a shot off. Yeah. And Arteta is not saying, Arteta there is not implying that he should, remove that from his game. I feel he very much wants him to keep that. It's probably perhaps in the other areas, deeper and being a little bit more precise then. And it'll come, so.
It will come. And when we say game IQ, what do we mean? Like, yes, it's reading certain situations, but it's also reading atmospheres and reading sort of, for example, who is that? Who did we play? Was it Athletic Club? Sort of similar-ish game. We realized they've been out of the Champions League for 10 years?
Yeah.
This is a massive moment for them. And that's where you need your Rices, your Marinos, you guys who kind of who can almost relate to that a little bit. Because you can't, when you're 18, you can't, you're just like, I'll just play another game. When you're 28, 29, you've been around a bit more. And you're like, I've been in these clubs, I've been in these situations. I know what it means to these guys. They're going to be right up for it. I'm just going to make a decision. There was something Mikel said a while ago, which I loved, is we speak so much about decision making, whatever, but there is an emotional aspect to decision making. You're not just making decisions like a robot and the right one every single time, unless you're Bukayo Saka. There's an emotional aspect to it, and being able to just go, okay, I'm just going to take 5 in this game and allow this game to be what it needs to be for a little bit and trust that it's coming. But when you're so eager to please and so eager to prove yourself and get a place in the team, I understand it. It's one of the hardest things to do. That's the thing last season when Miles came into the team. That's what I was so impressed with. He was just playing his game. He wasn't trying to impress. He wasn't doing things. They came, the impressive moments, but I didn't feel like he was, every time he got the ball, right, I need to go and dribble and score a goal. He was just doing the right thing every single time. And that's probably, as a young player with opportunities short, especially maybe the Harriman Nanuses of the world, where you're not Dowman, you're not Miles, you're not tipped for greatness immediately as a kid. You probably feel, I've got a couple of opportunities here. It's probably that there's a big temptation to go, every moment I'm going to show you how good I am.
You need to show something, whereas Max Dowman knows deep inside, Max Dowman knows he's the serious, he doesn't need to, and I hear that, Harriman and Noose, he's given opportunities for a reason, but without being super harsh. I think it's fair to say that from a talent perspective, he isn't on the Ethan, nor the Max, nor the Miles Lewis Skelly. Do you know what I mean? So,
On that though,
yeah,
I think for me, it feels more. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like Max's feet and quick dribbling will mean he can play football forever in any position, anywhere. He has this one thing, similar to Ethan's maybe short backlift or Miles' strength or whatever. They all have one thing where you go, you're going to fly because you have that and you can almost build your game around that. Harriman and Noose, as far as I know, is a really complete centre forward sort of at a youth level, and it's about pulling it all together. And so he's probably not going to, so he doesn't come on and you don't go, oh my goodness me, he's 6'6", and you don't come on and go, oh my goodness me, he's more scary, he can run like that. Yeah. For me, he doesn't. So it's sometimes it takes your eyes a little bit of time to go, what am I looking at? And with a more rounded young player, that's hard.
Yeah. It's because maybe perhaps it's so harsh.
You want to be hit in the face.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so harsh because I've literally only seen 2 games of Harriman Noose, and it's literally the 2 games in the first team, right? But I look at him, I absolutely hate him. Yeah, and you look at him, I like. There's a lot of nice things there, but it's nothing's screaming at me oh yeah, this is ridiculous. He's ridiculous in this specific aspect. Whereas Mac Dowman, the ball is stuck to his feet. He's got this quick feint. He can go either side. Ethan's got the shot on sight as well. Ethan's got the turn. Miles Skelly's got that classic example of where he gets his body across, shields it, then turns and carries forward. So it's hard, isn't it? Because we're comparing Harriman Noose to the upper echelon of balance here, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's hard. It's really hard. We'll come on to more about the Prague game in just a second. We have a super chat from Loading in 10. Long story short, my best friend is a Liverpool fan. I'm new to football, second season watching. Same. He is talking crap about Saka not being in form. Help.
Alex, help him quick.
Bukayo Saka is. Do I want to say that? No, I'm not going to say that. Say it. He is on the Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane level of talent in terms of English players. And any period where Saka is out of form, just clock. Just go, okay. Brandon Williams, okay. Amad Diallo, okay. I promise you, just take it all. Just go, yeah, I'm just going to write that down. I'm not coming back. You say it, mate. What do you think? Oh, he's worse than Jadon Sancho. Okay, I'll have that down. Just pop that down there. 6 months' time, bring those back out. You'll have lots of fun.
Make sure you get the dates. Make sure you get the time.
Date. Just take names, dates, times. That's all you need to do.
To the second.
I'm presuming your friend is also new to football if he doesn't understand about Saka. Look, he's just an. I actually thought, to be fair, against Prague was one of our best players. Just didn't score. Sorry, I also got the penalty, but didn't have many decisive moments. But you don't agree?
No, I didn't think he played well, personally. But fear not, he will be fine. He was cooking. You didn't watch. We mentioned that you didn't watch the Fulham or Atletico Madrid games, right?
I saw the last half an hour of the Atletico Madrid game. I didn't see the Fulham game.
If you rewatched it, you would have been like, "Oh." Actually,
like what?
Done that. I really need to.
So you want me to take my top off? You want me to do push-ups? You want me to go? It's just getting a
He
bit
was
zesty,
fantastic.
isn't it?
It was fantastic.
It's just getting a bit zesty.
Don't worry, loading 10. He'll be fine.
We will be there. Rohan,
Yeah.
give us a masterclass in why, and you can plug your Substack if you want.
Oh, thank
Why?
you. I mean, yeah, why not?
Why is William Saliba stepping into the midfield in the? Is he the new John Stones?
Has Mikel Arteta changed his philosophy?
Revolution?
Iteration?
No, go for it.
Right. Okay. Well, firstly, I want to shout out the top journo who asks the best questions, and it's Art de Roche. He always asks the best question, like every single time.
I thought the top journal was in the chat. Sorry.
But all the other oh god, that's the wrong one. Oh god, what am I doing here? Hold on. Ah, there it is. There it is. Let me get that quote up. Right. So Art de Roche asked Mikel about William Saliba stepping into midfield, and Mikel's response was, well, Art was asking about, with Martin Zubimendi's absence from the team with a suspension, was it to allow us to progress through the lines a little bit better and whatnot? But his response was no, it was related to the way their number 9 makes the press and where we could find certain advantages and time. So I want to emphasize advantages and time. And then also, if you read on, he also says it's because if not, so if Saliba didn't do that, everything becomes absolutely man-to-man and it's a really difficult game to play. So that is what Mikel said post-match. And actually, I don't know if you caught his pre-match comments. And he said, get ready for a very physical game. They go man-to-man. They're ultra-aggressive. And do you remember how we spoke about it on the main pod, about like, do Arsenal micro-analyze every single team? And I said, no, they just don't have the time to do that. But what they will know is certain behaviors. They know, okay, Slavia Prague are going to go into this game at home. They're going to press man-to-man. So we need to be ready for that and to have a solution in-game to allow us to combat that. Now, we have played against man-to-man pressing systems many times over the years. We played it against Newcastle recently, but we didn't see Saliba step into midfield. So what Mikel was alluding to after that, he said, it's something we've not been able to train as much. So that's why we weren't able to do things as smoothly, but that should come with time. And I want to emphasize the fact that we didn't optimize it, but we saw the idea in action and it did offer some solutions. So let me show you some pictures. I would have got it on the tactical board, but I've been very lazy to be honest. So
show us the pickies, please, Rohan.
Yes, I will show you the pickies. So
from your Substack, which people can find where?
You can find it on Substack.
Yeah, you're terrible at self-promotion. What's your @? How do you find it?
Oh, so you can see the @ is
At
Rohan
Arsenal.
AFC,
No, your @ is at Rohan Jivan AFC.
Yes, but I think I don't know how it works yet. I'm still getting around it. That's the actual name of the website.
YouTube?
Huh? I'll just put I'll put the Cannon podcast in.
Oh,
yeah.
Carry on.
So yeah, I'm still getting my head around it. Also, I want to change the name. Right now, I've just put it as Row Arsenal, and that sounds so dead.
Row Analysis. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I should change that actually. It's a bit geeky though, isn't it? Row Analysis.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're not geeky at all.
Anyway, let's get back to this. So, right. So, Saliba stepping into midfield offers solutions. So, before that, what we saw is Saliba a little bit deeper. So, when Mikel was talking about man-to-man pressing, so you can see it's a really good image. You can see, I'm going to be butchering all the names, Provod and Chori, whatever his name is. I don't care. But you can see the man-to-man pressure here, where Timber has also got a man who is marking him, which is the winger. That is not on your screen. You can see this player here is ready to press onto Nkapia if he received the ball as well. So they're going man-to-man, ultra-aggressive. And what's happening here is because you've got the winger, which is Provod, and you've got the centre-forward, which is Chori. I'm going to call him the big man. The big man. Yeah, he is marking Saliba. So
call him Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch, yeah. So I'm going to call him Peter Crouch. So Peter Crouch is tasked with marking Saliba, and he's in a position to press David Raya. And likewise, Provod is going from Gabriel to Raya, and he's rushing Raya to go long. So this is Saliba a little bit deeper. You can see another example here when the centre forward actually came off in the second half, and the smaller guy relative to Peter Crouch was on. And again, Jermaine Defoe. Beautiful. So what you have here is this time you can see he's pressing out to in, he's blocking the pass into Saliba, and Raya is then forced to go long again. You've got man-to-man press. So how Arsenal combated this is by moving Saliba a little bit higher, because remember, the centre forward is marking Saliba. So if Saliba stays higher, that means the centre forward is going to stay high. Sorry, if Saliba stays deeper and closer to Raya, that means the centre forward is going to be closer to Saliba and therefore closer to Raya. Saliba moving to midfield takes him further back, and it gives Raya a little bit more time on the ball. And you can see here, there's a little bit more confusion as to who should jump. Provod does eventually jump, you can see here, but he's not done a great job to eliminate that pass to Gabriel, but he's effectively, again, trying to press from Gabriel to Raya. Again, man-to-man pressure, but Raya's got more time. So when Mikel was talking about allowing certain players to have a little bit more time, this was one of the things that he was alluding to, in my opinion, to give David Raya a bit of freedom on the ball. Because remember, a man-to-man press, in a football game, it's 11v11. The pressing team's goalkeeper, however, pressing team's goalkeeper is not active. So it's actually 11v10 for the team building up. The free player is usually going to be the goalkeeper. So how do we afford David Raya a bit more time? It is with Saliba coming a little bit higher and then dragging the centre forward further deep. So you can see in this situation, Raya's got time to go to pick out a pass. He goes long, and we're really close to getting in behind here, but the centre back manages to win the contact. And here's another example. So Saliba initially starts deep. You can see they're ready to press again. Saliba moves inside, it creates the space, and then David Raya's got a little bit more time on the ball to move forward and then to pick out a solution. So
Smart.
That's one of the benefits. Finally, sorry to keep rambling on. The other benefit is, so let's say the centre forward doesn't jump, right? And he actually stays deeper. And he actually decides to move forward and initiate pressure. What that does is, you can see here, he's starting deep with Saliba. He then decides to jump. What that means is you've now got this overload in which the midfielder is going to be numerically overloaded by Waneri and Saliba, because the winger, he's anticipating that back pass from Gabriel to Timber. He's ready to jump, and it further opens up that space. You look at Mikel Merino, he's pinning the wide centre-back. The wing-back is occupied by Saka, and Gabriel does really well here to then find that pass. But you can see it's that overload in the middle of the park that's been available because the centre-forward has decided to jump and abandon Saliba, and now we're away. And Waneri is on the ball between the lines, he passes it to Saka, and then Saka's shot is saved by the keeper. And that was the move before we won the corner that led to the penalty. So yeah, it creates a dilemma. We've not seen it before. I think Slavia Prague could have done better to mitigate it. There's always a solution, but I don't think they were prepared for it because we've not done it before. So
what was the first minute we did that?
It was around about the 10th minute.
Interesting. So
yeah.
That seems to me more like an instruction than a
well.
tweak.
So this is what James was alluding to, but I actually don't think it's something just happened 10 minutes in. What happened before that is the game became very long ball. It became really much a loose ball game. You know how you alluded to how the first period was quite difficult because it was constantly going long, exchanges in the middle of the park, and we were trying to get settled. The moment we got settled, we then could do it. I feel like this was pre-planned because Arteta explicitly said before the match, he was like, they go man to man, it's very aggressive, so we've gone with something. But I might be wrong.
And I very well explained. And I haven't understood why, with the likes of, because I think Saliba can do it. I think Gabriel maybe I question. Calafiori can do it.
Yeah.
I think Ben White could do it probably in certain situations.
Yeah.
But regardless, you don't have, if one centre back steps forward into midfield, whether that's in build up or in possession or carrying or whatever, I feel like it's an area of our game that we don't do. And I know Mikel prioritizes the rest defence, and he probably doesn't want to make himself exposed, but you don't all have to go. You don't, and I suppose it's about when the centre back goes, the full back drops in or whatever it might be. And I have felt for a while we have the players to do it, we have the framework to do it, and I've not quite understood why we haven't explored it.
Yeah, that's what I found interesting because, like I said before, we have. So we did a really interesting main pod about this idea of
Let them be the judge.
Yeah, that's neutral. I found it interesting, and you found it.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We had a debate about, like, when you see some of these changes this season, does that signal Mikel changing his philosophy? No, he's just responding to what the opposition is doing. But what's interesting is the fact that we have faced teams who press man to man, but we haven't done this. Why? I don't know. James was alluding to maybe perhaps because you've got like as Mikel has, you look at Hincapié, very versatile, can play in a back three, left centre backy. You've got Gabriel, obviously, there, Timber. You've got the 4 centre backs in essence, right? It allows you to then try and do some of these things. But then I'm thinking, well, we've played with 4 centre backs many times before, but we haven't done this. So maybe it's just, again, but what I loved about it is, like Mikel said, we haven't had much time to train this. So he's clearly suggesting we've not optimized it. So that's why I'm very much always in the camp of, like, when like sometimes there were a lot of moments in the game where we did it and the execution was off. So people will say, oh, why are we doing this? It's not working. But the idea for me makes sense. So if the idea makes sense, we've seen some good examples of it. Why not try it again? But it's not something that's going to happen every game now. That was the big thing me and James were debating. Like, don't expect to see Saliba stepping into midfield, for example, against like a team that doesn't press, because it just won't. I don't think it would make as much sense as doing other things.
No. But it's good to have it in our arsenal. It's good to have it as an option. And I think it's been something for a long time. I felt I sort of alluded to it with specifically with Saliba, sort of wanting more from him, from the position, and kind of not winning the game. Well, kind of challenging him to win the game from centre back if you can do that. And it feels to me like I sort of made this point in a different not video. Just plugging everything. Stop watching. Don't, please stay. We love you on the Cannon podcast. That I just feel the if someone asked me what's the best way of understanding Mikel Arteta's football, I think it is probably the thing you say. If X does this, then Y must move here. If that is that to me makes as a kind of, I'm all about like giving people like the right pair of glasses to see the thing, and to me that makes the most amount of sense. But it's felt like to me like this, and when you have fullbacks who can almost do everything, and obviously you can't have players who do absolutely everything. Calafiori and Timber probably crossing wise can do better and stuff. You look around, but you have players who I feel can basically do everything they need to in their position and thrive in various different areas. And he's always favoured those players. Even if he's had Gyokeres, who's more of a specialist, he's favoured Havertz historically because he can float into different positions and stuff. And he's like that. And it's kind of total football-y. I've always wondered why the stat doesn't really apply to the centre backs, and maybe he wants more specialist-y players in there, and everyone else is the ones moving through different zones. But I think we have the players to do it.
I think that's interesting because when you talk about like when X moves here, Y must respond. We haven't seen X in the context of the centre back moving there. So
they've been rigid, and that's and like well, we haven't conceded a goal since about 1400s, so fine. But
so with every idea, there's always a con. There's always a weakness. So the weakness immediately with your centre back moving higher is if you lose the ball, then the centre back is not in the optimum position to defend the counter.
Lose the ball.
Exactly. There you go.
How did you feel about the penalty moment?
I'm
gutted.
Our penalty, the one that we conceded.
The penalty we conceded. I was absolutely gutted.
When I saw it, I thought, get to that screen. And
I was fuming.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. I know I'm like slightly ironic now, but I was in the moment. I was like genuinely furious. I was like, for God's sake, man. 3-0.
Do you know what it's well though, right? If we're going to concede a goal, because we will concede a goal, it's better to concede it like that, for example, as opposed to like a 1-1 against somebody.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Like, I got annoyed as well because it's like, I was like, oh, thanks, Ben. I was like,
thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. My iPad's not working anymore.
Genuinely, I sat there and I was like, oh, nice one, Ben.
Yeah, and it was, but it's the fucking standards, guys. It's the fucking standards.
Right, let's play a game actually, right? It's not a game. When do you predict is going to be our next goal we concede?
Ooh, fun. I'm just imagining you like with your boys, like, hey lads, should we predict when else we're gonna let's concede a goal? When do you think we'll concede over 1xg?
Actually, that's a good question. That's a good question, though, right? So you're close friends, right? Right. You right. So are they all football fans, or are they like? Yeah, it's the same with me. So like the friends like some the friends I got like on holiday and I'm close with. None of them like football. None of them. I find that crazy actually when I think about it. Well, they like football a bit.
Have you ever been in? I've been in the situation. I won't put you on the spot. I've been in the situation where you go for dinner with your girlfriend's friend, and their boyfriend comes along, and they don't like football, and you're like, well, what are we going to talk about then?
Yeah, it's like an ice. So like I don't know, like in the office, there's a new person comes in. It's one of the icebreakers to like who do you support, like, and then you just get it flowing.
And if they don't, I sort of, it's not that I don't trust you. It's just more like quite sort of why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when someone doesn't like football, you're like, no, like especially, and I'm sorry to say, especially if you're English, because like obviously there's other cultures where like soccer isn't as big. Where like, but in the UK, if you grew up and went to like a normal school, why don't you like football?
Because naturally you get dragged into it as well, don't
like,
you?
Like how?
Yeah, exactly. I've always felt that.
I'll tell you who it is. Yeah. It's all those people who are like, what, 11 men kicking a ball around? As if I'd care. You're like, you're a prick. It's not about that, is it? You could say that about anything. Literally anything.
Yeah. Right. So
cooking some meat and putting it into a wrap and putting it in my mouth. Yeah, sounds nice. What, eating?
You're cooking there. To be fair, right? So
literally.
I've not got many strengths. But one of my strengths that I would say I have is I feel like I can talk to anybody and it won't be awkward. It won't be awkward, right? There's this guy, right, a couple of years ago at work, and he's a newbie. I'm trying to get him feeling comfortable. I was like, yeah, what do you like? Do you like football? And he's like, no. It's just very like simple, just like straight out no. I was like, oh, well, what do you like? He's like, I like trains. I was like, okay. I was thinking, yeah, I took the train today to get here. I was struggling, mate. I was struggling. I thought, right, I'll be defeated. How am I going to talk to this guy if he just likes trains? I mean, fair enough. Like, each to their own.
Took
right?
the
trains. I was like, I don't know.
That's all you had. You had nothing.
I was like, I took this particular train. And I was like, I didn't get it a little bit great. I got it a little bit like, I got it flowing a bit. It's like, the infrastructure in the UK and the systems. Go to Tokyo and get from Kyoto to Osaka in like an hour or whatever it is. But it was tough. I was thinking, right, get me out of this position now because this guy I'm struggling. Yeah. What am I going to do there? Like,
you're right, mate. You've seen another life.
Trains. That's all he gave me. Nothing else. Like food? Do you like food? Do you like?
Yeah, but someone said it in the comment. Why have I gone blurry?
You're fine.
Everyone wants to see me in focus. Come on. That's quite funny. Someone said it in the comments. I think some people don't like football, but just because it's popular, and they want to be the person to be like. I think I used to be a bit like that. Actually. I think I used to be a bit like really.
I think also the money and the player wage. I think that's one of the things people don't like. Most people who don't like football that I've came across, it's the how much they're getting paid, which they don't like. So
who like honestly?
Yeah, I know. But people think like that.
Jealousy.
People think like that. They're like, oh, I'm working a 9 till 5, 25 days annual leave, excluding bank holidays, and I'll get this. This footballer is getting paid this in a week. I'm like,
it's just jealousy.
I'm like,
yeah. You could have said what got you into trains.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I didn't just
you like about trains. You just said I took the train.
Right, I'll try to make it a bit more dramatic than it actually was. I got it flown, but I didn't have much to myself.
Right, so you juiced up the story to make us all laugh.
Slightly.
It's not.
But
big.
It's a true story. It's a true story. What would you have done, right? So he just says.
Do you know the best? I think I would have said.
And there was no emotion. It was just I like trains.
Yeah. What would I have said? I think I would have gone with something like, And does your father love you? No, I would have gone with. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know what I would have gone with. Yeah, I think I'd have been stumped as well.
Like trains, it threw me off. I was thinking food, TV, films.
There's nothing better. Can I say, as a friend, as a separate point on like making up stories, when you're in a group of people and you slightly embellish a story.
Yeah.
They were there for, and it goes down well. People like it, whatever. And you can tell they're like, I know you're making that up, but I'm gonna support. And they're chucking stuff in. They're supporting the stuff. Yeah, that happened. No better feeling. Should we talk about football? Gabriel Jesus has returned. Jesus,
go on, Alex. You've been
risen.
waiting for this so many weeks.
My boy. And I'll tell you why. Because people are sleeping on Jesus. And he's going to come in and he's going to score goal. And he's going to win game. And everyone's going to go, wow, maybe we should keep him. Because you're all fickle, aren't you? The lot of you. The lot of you. My voice can't crack on that, can it? Do you know what I mean? It can't.
I don't think it cracked initially. I think you made it worse. I didn't clock it.
I think he's going to be quite bad for quite a period of time. But I think probably by about, if he doesn't go out on loan, February, March, Jesus off the bench, mate.
Well, it's going to get to a point where who's coming off? Who's not in the squad?
Yeah, but we've said this from the beginning of the season. Ultimately, like we're always going to have 4 players out.
Oh, yeah, so we just accept that.
We are just always going to have 4. Like I've got to a point now, and I think that was basically what we did in the summer. We were like, we are always going to have some freak knee injury and some like someone's going to got into training and like forgotten their trousers and got frostbite on their bum or something, and like it's just we will always have that. Yeah. I don't know why my brain went there.
Frostbite.
I knew it was somewhere else, but you know what I mean. Like we're always going to have that. So I think the depth that we have is really important because, and I think Jesus will be a massive part of that. But then we're getting, someone will be out.
It's frustrating because he was actually cooking before he sustained that last injury. Like it was against United, if you remember. It was in the FA Cup, and he was sprinting back to defend the situation. But I mean, the streets won't forget his performances against Crystal Palace, like in the same week, the hat trick in the cup, and then on the weekend getting 2 goals as well. So yeah, no, I hope he comes back sharp, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm kind of true? Like, what?
Someone put his he's missed more games for us than he's played.
Yeah, of course.
He's missed more games for us than he's played.
Yeah, that's
just
cool, no?
Can you just fill while I do some maths?
Yeah, no. I mean, like, so 20. You can go for it. 22-23. He does. He doesn't even play the
Rohan,
first.
Can you fill 22-23?
Perfect moment. Yeah, but 22-23, right? The first 19 games, I think he missed the last 3 of that, and then he was out for a period of time. Then he came back for the Leeds game at home, 4-1, which was towards the back end of the season, like last 8 or so games. And the following season, which was 23-24, he misses time out as well there again. And then obviously last season he has the big ACL injury. So I think it has to be true. It has to.
According to Transfermarkt, he's made 96 appearances for us, and he's missed 90 games. But that 90 also includes some games he missed for Brazil because it pairs them together. Yeah. So it's just not true. Oh. But like we're close.
Yes. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
Here's
I think maybe he's made up for it in 23-24. He wasn't as injured in that campaign. I think then.
If you could go back to actually no, you're the wrong person to ask because I'm asking you changing your beloved season. If you could go back to 22-23, and sign a different striker, knowing what we know now, and like we were always gonna jump. Like I think we were always gonna get better. We had Gabriel, we had Silly, we had Saka, we had Xhaka, we had we had Martinelli, we had really good players. I don't think we should put it. Jesus was incredible, but it wasn't just him. Would you go and put that 45 million on another player?
I wouldn't have. No. I'll tell you why. Because So we have to remember the context of that summer window, right? We finished 5th. We missed out on the Champions League. So obviously, players will always want to come to Arsenal because it's a massive club, right? And it's in the capital of the country. But ultimately, you're capped on the type of player that you can get, really, in terms of the level, right? And Jesus, as good as he was for Man City, he wasn't the leading player of that team. He wasn't the protagonist. So we were able to get a player of his quality to come into our team to be the leading guy up front, at centre forward. I don't believe any player in that present moment of time, I might be wrong, with the market that we were shopping in, would have been able to give us the impact that Gabriel Jesus offered us there. So although it's not like, if you look at it purely from his number of games, his output, how much we spent on him, his wages, you'd say it's been a flop. But actually, the trajectory of where that signing took us, alongside the Zinchenko signing as well, which I also believe was very important at that moment for Arsenal, because it allowed us to evolve. That's where, when you talk about evolution and Mikel being able to do something really different, that's like an evolution. I would not have changed that summer window. I would not have changed the Zinchenko signing. I would not have changed the Jesus signing. Like Ollie Watkins, I love Ollie Watkins. I'm seeing it in the chat. I don't think Ollie Watkins would have been able to do some of the things that Jesus was allowing us to do in that present moment. That was the moment when our press became a lot stronger. That was the rise of that. And Jesus, as Pep mentioned, was the best pressing forward in world football, in his own words. So would you have changed it? I don't think I would have changed it. No.
I'm trying to find who else moved in 22-23. Here we go. It's just loaded, as I've said it. Couldn't have given me time to prep. No. So that year, Isak moves to Newcastle for 77 million in that January at 22. Erling Haaland also moves that summer to City, but I don't think we could have done, like, we weren't in it. You're right. We weren't in a position to do that move. We may be now for the next Erling Haaland, if there ever is one. I hate him so much.
But I don't think Isak, as much as I want. So in that January window, you can go look at my tweets. I wanted Isak. I said, take the chance when he's young. It's still a lot of money back then for him. He wasn't as refined, though. He was very good. You could see the talent, but he wasn't as refined. But
he's Seshko now, basically. Richarlison moved to Tottenham. I would much prefer our deal. Darwin Núñez moved. So I'm looking around at other. It's easy to go back and go, oh, we should have done that move, but you didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, and also I think the context is important, right? We can't just sit here and say, oh, Arsenal could have bought any. If it's so we're going back and saying we could have bought any player. We couldn't have though. I think the context is important.
No, not at the time. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
and also you're right in saying that we forget the emotional kind of content at the end of that season was very much. I've just seen the thumbnail for this week.
I saw it as well. It's actually class, isn't it? It's actually.
We'll share it in a second. That's absolutely hilarious. I look like my mum. The emotional content of that end of that summer was the piss yellow kit, Ben White on his hamstrings. Like, do you know what I mean? It was very much like we're going nowhere. Gary Neville's telling us we've finished as a club. Do you know what I mean? Like it to get someone like Jesus. I remember I was at a place called Moores Valley down south, and I learned that we're signing Jesus, and I remember thinking, oh, that's big.
Yeah,
that's big, and that it also kind of to me felt like a Mikel Arteta pull to some degree. It was like one of the first times I went like, that feels like he's coming for Arteta kind of thing.
Well, I think it was. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure some of the comments that Mikel had about the Jesus signing was about an opportunity that arose. So it wasn't something that they'd planned, but it was like, oh, he's on the market now. I need to go and swoop in because he's perfect for what I need to do. I wouldn't change it. Genuinely, I really wouldn't change it, despite what's unfortunately happened.
There's no such thing as a mistake, and everything happens for a reason, guys. And no regrets in life.
What are you trying to do here?
Don't know. I look like my mum. Do you look like your mum?
No. I don't think so. Maybe. Actually, the hair's not too off, actually. Yeah.
It's Like it's not like the best edit, but again, I love the concept.
What is going on here? What is...
Why do I look quite fit?
Yeah, you look better than I do.
You look quite fit. I mean, the moustache doesn't help.
Yeah, definitely not.
But without the moustache, no, I'm not.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this, Alex. We're not doing this.
That is, I mean, for me, that's a 9. I think if it exactly, Benji, exactly.
God's sake.
You were on a night out. I would say it's not like the best. It's because it's not the best edit, but it's a good concept and it's striking. That's what I'd say.
It's made me laugh. It's made me chuckle. I think that gets points. It's not all about the aesthetics and the details. It's about what feeling it gives you. And the feeling it gave you was something different from where you were going. But
where's the hidden Rohan?
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah, on second thoughts, I'm not sure I fancy you as a girl.
I'm telling you.
Where's the hidden Rohan? Ford, you might have to help me out here, mate. There? That's getting a 9 out of 10 for me.
No. Right, I've got to say something. So, I had a little look on Spotify today, as you do, at work. And I saw the Cannon podcast. I clicked on it. And you can give it a rating. Guys, give us a rating, please. There was only, I think, 200 who have submitted a vote.
Not bad.
It should be more. So, tomorrow, I want to get to work.
232.
Yeah. I want to get to work, and I want to see it at least 300.
Authoritative.
Let's see how much it worked. I'll check tomorrow. It's gone. It's come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're in your dad era.
Yeah. So
can I get reviews on we get reviews on Apple. Oh,
Dead Zeppelin says, "Or June. What?" I'll cry, Dead Zeppelin. Would you want me to cry?
So many thought-provoking and insightful takes from all the hosts without taking themselves too seriously. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. Oh, they're like actual comments there as well.
Alex and Rohan are rising stars in the Arsenal podcast world, and I'm here for it. Keep it up, lads. I've got all 5 stars on here. That's
Wait,
nice.
Is there? Can you actually see the comments? I didn't know.
Yeah, on the Cannon podcast. There's on the different knock one. There's one about. There's one about something Brad said about slagging off Brexit. This was it. Stayco 2020. Stick to football was the title of the thing. Stop listening. Continually slagging of Brexit voters. Shame as decent content.
Brad was what a legend.
Brad, we need to get Brad. We should get Brad on a live.
Brad is unpredictable.
Yeah, off the cuff, mate.
Off the cuff. I love that. I love the off the cuff opinions. I'll never forget that. Oh,
sorry, go on.
Quite emotionally manipulative today.
I don't think so. I think you're just stating what you want.
I mean, we don't. Now we never demand stuff, but I looked at it today and I thought that's a bit low. I want some more ratings. If you want to give us a 1 star, give us a 1 star. Well, don't give us a 1 star, but just rate us, please. And give us a 5 star. So yeah, and you got a cheeky wink as well. And Alex is froze. Hopefully,
I'm not frozen.
Oh, you're back now. You're back.
I'm here. What you said? I'd never forget something.
Oh, I'll never forget. So Bournemouth, the Reece Nelson goal. It was me, one of my boys, Raf, and Brad together. One moment, I'll never forget that. I went to Brad. I said it at the corner. I was like, mate, I think we messed this up. We're not doing it today. And he didn't respond there. And then Nelson.
Right. So you were being negative.
I was being.
So
I gave
one
up
of the guys in the stadium.
I was like, it's not happening today. It's not happening. I didn't believe.
Thanks, Clive. I appreciate this. It's a slightly odd thing to like almost accept as a compliment, but I will take it.
I think you
Do
should.
you know what I mean?
Thank you for the super chat, Clive, and thank you for.
Thank you, Clive. Thank you for
Um,
all the super chats.
Yeah.
We're going to leave the last sort of 20 minutes or so for
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo's, is what we're going to do. But first, we're going to rank the importance of our
this is
squad.
good. We've done this before, but I think it's good to do it now. I think we did it last season. So.
What should the tier names be?
Okay. So like, season defining, could be like the tier 1.
Question is, can I share my screen? Can you see that?
Yes, I can. Yes. Season defining. Chat, you get involved as well if you feel.
Yeah, we want the tiers.
Yeah. Season defining as tier 1, I think. Like if that, and we're talking about like a injury. It's in the context of injuries, and yeah, can you hear the siren going off?
I can.
They're after me.
There, we can get people to change these. Sorry, not all mine. We can get people to change these.
Yeah.
Very important. Important. Meh. And nah.
Yeah, that's good.
Those are the tiers for now. But if there's any others that people want to change, I've decided to start dating at the ripe old age of 25. Ladies, you shall rejoice.
I love that.
I don't know
Go
much
on, man.
about dating. Space time 34. I would reckon don't say the word rejoice. Or do. Do you know what? Be yourself.
Be yourself. Within reason, though.
To a point.
Yeah, there always is. Everybody.
Right. Let's do this. Carl Hain.
You just put him in now.
Kepa Arrizabalaga. He's quite important because
Oh,
if
he
David
is.
falls over.
Yeah, he is important. So I'd put him in important. Well, it's
We can't have Kepa in important.
yeah, true.
He's a second goalkeeper.
Right. Okay.
I
Raya.
think David Raya is season defining. If you lose David
absolutely is.
Raya,
Yeah.
not to say that the player, because I still do believe there's like 2 or 3 keepers who I would take over him in the world. I watched that performance of Courtois the other night, and I don't care. Utter woke nonsense. Yeah, put your feet on the ball all you want. If you can keep the ball out of the net like that, actually, do we need that? we don't get any shots.
We do not.
Yeah, season defining.
He's season defining. Yeah, yeah. And that's not to say Kepa is not capable. It's just we're talking about like a long-term injury. Would we be comfortable?
Yep.
Yeah.
Benjamin Blanco.
I think he's in. I'd put him in very important for now. Because I think it not only his own individual self, but also how we manage Yuri and Timber.
I'm up for reviewing that.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah.
Miles Lewis Skelly.
Important.
Less important than Ben White.
I think so. Yeah, because I think the Ben White injury has a bad knock-on effect in terms of the number of games Timber would have to play, and also I think Ben White can still offer things Timber lacks to combat specific game states. So
I'm going to put them both in important for now. I think.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Daddy. Calafiori.
Very important. Yeah.
I think I agree. Very important. Which is crazy. If we consider the end of last season, where Miles and Calafiori in that conversation were, we were talking about, how's Calafiori going to get minutes?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Mikel, some of the things that he's always mentioned about Calafiori, and he's referenced in him in terms of like injuries last season to like clear first team starters. So as good as Miles was, and he was incredible last season, but it wasn't something that he foresaw, didn't he? He didn't expect Miles to be playing that number of minutes, and I think Calafiori, what he offers, it's very important. It's not season defining because of the cover that we do have. So yeah,
I'm just putting all the lone players in now.
Yeah.
Any others?
Nice.
Kivio.
Yep.
Let's just put. Yeah, no. If any of these players get in, that's harsh.
Norgard.
Maybe we
Let's go
should
Norgard.
then. Maybe we should put loan and have meh as the last one.
Yeah. That's
Four
that.
categories.
That's fair.
During timber, very important to me.
Season defining.
I disagree. I think you can. He is an unbelievable player, but with Mosquera, with Ben White, I think you can get through a season.
I don't know. Don't think so. What? Not with this current version of Ben White and the uncertainty there.
At the end, we can come back to that.
Yeah.
Mosquera, I would say. I'd say at the top of important.
Yeah.
He's verging on very important simply because of the rest he can give to Gabriel Saliba, but also because if one of them falls over for any significant periods, obviously I'm gutted, but I'm also like, well.
But then it's like if Saliba goes down with an injury,
and
you don't have Mosquera, but you have Ben White, you have an option, don't you? The top option still. I'd put him in important, but I don't know. I don't know if he'd be like top of important. It's what I'd only challenge. Yeah,
we can review. Yeah, as always, the ones closest to the metric are the top of their list.
We can order it at the end.
In which case, I'd do that personally.
Yeah, Timber would be in my season defining.
Yeah, what am I? Gabriel.
Season defining. Yeah.
I think that's season defining. William Saliba, I think that's season defining.
Yeah.
Christian Nauger.
Is that how you say it? He
I
said
have no idea.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try it, actually. I put him in there.
It's hard to disagree, but equally, if we lost Zubi,
yeah, we can play Rice there.
Yeah.
Maybe people might not feel it's like optimum, but
yeah, I think he's got to go in there. Yeah. We don't have Dalman on here.
Yeah, we'll put him. We can just assume he's there.
Oh, we'll just chuck him in. Where would you put him? I think he's got to go in meh.
He's got in meh,
not because he's meh, but because we don't need him to win we don't need him to win the league.
We have enough cover. We have enough cover. Yeah.
Ethan, I'm going important.
Yeah, but I think he'd be like, in the middle of important or towards the lower end.
Yeah, I agree. Mikel Merino. Argument here. Bottom of very important.
It's either the top of important or the bottom of very important. But he's
Rice cover, potential Zubimendi cover, number 9 cover, always available. I think he gives us a lot.
I think for me, it's more about how he can change games. He can change games with what he does, as he did against Newcastle. I actually don't think I think it's 3-0 flattered us against Slavia. I didn't think it was a 3-0 game. Merino gets 2 goals. So yeah. I would put him. Yeah, I'd put him in the bottom of very important. Yeah.
Declan Ritchie.
Yeah, he's season defining.
It is season defining. And I would say
Declan Rice is top for me in season defining.
I think he's top of my season defining as well.
Because if he goes down, right, and I know the level of quality, they're all season defining for a reason, right? But the cover that we have in the absence of Declan Rice cannot do anywhere near. So they cannot perform that role.
Yeah.
Anywhere near the level. They do not have the athletic capability to do what Declan Rice can do. So
ultimately, you look around the team, Raya would be a big blow, and that's why he's second. But Kepa could probably get through. Not get through. It would be a big drop off. But would it be as big a drop off as Merino or Norgard? And it's more with how good Rice is than the backup, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I would put Raya last of that list though, in the season defining.
I don't know, because you got Mosquera and White and Calafiori, and
I just think Saliba. I think Saliba. You lose Saliba for a long time. As much as I like Mascara, I don't think it's. Yeah.
Martin Zubimendi.
Yeah, it's season defining. It is. Has to be. No?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Look at the ripple effect that he offers. It's not just what he does, but when we're talking about all these things Declan Rice has done, in Mikel's words, evolved, in Declan's words, changed his role slightly. It all is compounded by Zubimendi for me, alongside a Calafiori as well. So, yeah.
Why can't
What are you doing?
I haven't got Eze or Nkapie or Dauman.
Well, we can just theoretically just.
Okay, we'll just theoretically just.
Martin
Odegaard, very
important.
Yeah, and I would say top.
Yeah, I agree.
Very important, and I think because you can do different things with an Eze in the midfield, it would just be different rather than. But like I think also the stuff he does in terms of ball progression. Yeah,
I think
maybe I'll go season defining. Losing him for a whole season.
Do you think we can still win the league without Martin Odegaard being out for a season?
Yeah.
So then it's not season defining.
But then I think we could win the league without one of Gabriel or Saliba.
I don't think we could, personally.
Do you know?
Maybe in the position we are in now, perhaps, but I don't.
I think Saliba in Nkapie. Like, I'm not saying that's the best. Obviously, not the best version, but I'm asking, could you still win the league? And I think you probably could.
Okay, we probably could, but it's like, what hinders your chances the most? When you're comparing players, right? An Odegaard injury over the course of the season, I don't think impacts us to the level that a Saliba or Gabriel injury does. So what runs the risk more? I think losing. I love Mascara, right? I'm going to say I think there's been a lot of recency bias with some of the things that he's doing, and then comparing to Saliba. I do think there's been recency bias, and I think we're ignoring some of the things Saliba does on the ball. Personally,
I think you're an agenda merchant who hates Arsenal football.
The way you're sat there, just processing it.
I'm going to use Carl Hein as Eze. And I can't wait for this screenshot to go out of context. And we go, Carl Hein, very important. Eze, I'm going very important.
Yeah, very important.
I think he's there.
But he's above Merino, though, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, I think. Ooh. If Odegaard's available, we're talking a lot about that availability, really.
Yeah. But season defining is that, though, isn't it? When we talk about season defining, we're talking about injuries, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like this list has to be in the context of Arsenal winning stuff, the big stuff.
Fabio Vieira is going to be in Nkapie.
We got to remember that we know which one's which.
Yeah. In Nkapie, I'm going to say...
Important, yeah. He's important.
Important in there.
Alex, what is Nkapie going to provide us? Because it's still very early days. I've not seen enough, so you know him very well.
I think Mikel just saw the dual numbers and went, ooh. Yeah,
because when George, right? Sorry to put in, right? So against Slavia Prague, right? So we spoke about it in the main podcast. The biggest frustration right now across the front line is the lack of pace. Players who are not able to add depth and be able to stretch the opposition's back line. So what Mikel did in the game against Slavia Prague, predominantly, it was Declan Rice making the runs when Mikel Merino was used as the backboard, because Rice has the running power. Whereas previously we've seen Calafiori do that predominantly, but he didn't task Nkapie to do that predominantly. Do you know what I mean? So, and he said Nkapie, we had to play him low in this game. And I think he was referencing Saliba as well with his role. But so I didn't get as much as we saw the stats and he won every single duel. I didn't see anything from Nkapie that's like new to me. So I'm still yet to see what he's going to offer. So
yeah, I think he's.
Is he a Ben White? Is he?
I think he's closer to a Ben White.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I just haven't I've watched him in games for Leverkusen, obviously, and we did the scouted, and I've watched him for Ecuador. What I've seen there is exciting. I just think there's a lot of overlap with other players. For me, it's more. I think he pushes Miles into the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think he was just like a market opportunity where we love the player and he just wins everything. Leandro Trossard, sorry, mate. He's bottom are very important for me. He's always available. He's clutch. He delivers.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's a top player, Leandro Trossard. He will never quite get the plaudits. Top player.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Noni Madwex, I'm going to put you in here. In important, but not more important than Ben White, Lewis Kelly, or Mosquera.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, Madueke is the insurance policy to a Saka, and he is key in terms of allowing Saka to be managed, right? So does that make his importance higher?
Possibly, but you could get
it's the same as the Ben White argument.
You could get away with Jesus. You could get away with what's his face, Martinelli out there. You could get away with Trossard. You get away with Wanera. You can get away with Dalman. Do you know what I mean? There's like enough.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I think I'd put him maybe in near the top of important.
He's not more important than Ben White.
No, but I would have Ben White higher.
So who's he more important than?
I think he's more important than Mosquera.
But what about your lads who, if they fall over, the season's over, according to you?
No, but Ben White is available though, right?
Come back to that.
Yeah.
Martinelli, top of important?
Yeah, because right now, right, if we look at our very important season defining, it's not players who are lightning quick across the front line. Are they not important?
Yeah.
Or at least,
It's an importance to bring a different quality to us.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's second. Yeah. Hang on.
I think Saka's second in season defining.
Yeah.
Jesus feels to me top of meh.
Yeah, just put him
but
there.
he could be. It's similar to Dalman. Oh, Zinchenko's Dalman.
Cool.
We're
going to get very confused here.
Yeah. Zinchenko's Dalman. Carl Hain is Eze.
Yeah.
And
Fabio Vieira
is Incapie.
Yeah.
Just to help people. No, I'm not going to confuse people. No, that's what it is. I was going to change it for positions, but yeah. That makes sense to me because you could win it. You could easily get Jesus could go out on loan. You wouldn't need to replace him, as if everyone was fit.
Yeah.
So that tells you something. Kai Havertz.
Very important for me.
I think he's no top of very important.
Oh, okay. So you're debating season defining. Yeah.
I think he's top of very important.
Yeah, he is very important. Yes. So where does that put Big G?
Big VG. I think he's very important. I don't know where though.
I personally do feel Havertz is more important than Gyokeres. So I would put him below in this list. This is hard, actually.
Yeah,
I do not want loads of criticism here. This is a difficult one.
I'd go very important, and I'd go above Merino, Eze, and Trossard, but I'd go below Timber, Calafiori, Odegaard, and Havertz.
Yeah, I think chat should just start challenging us. There's so much happening here.
Chat, you know the drill by now.
Because I'm not.
If you think we got one wrong, this is what you do.
Certainly,
you're right.
At least one.
Challenge, and then your reason, and your move.
Yeah.
So, for example, challenge. Bukayo Saka is the worst player in the universe, so you need to move him to loan. Look forward to that getting
Yeah.
clipped up.
I think.
We've done all right there.
Still think. Ben White's too low, isn't he?
But again, it's about this team though. And Mosquera can cover 3 positions, and
He can
But if you-
cover it,
if-
but
if
how?
you
But
get-
how comfortable are you?
yeah,
with
but
him
mate,
covering
if
it?
you gave me a straight swap at the minute, who do I trust to bring me home to a Premier League title? Just not from quality, from their body, literally just like ability to stay fit and get through a season. It's Mosquera, which is not really based on anything because he's not been here very long. But
surely we've got to look at it from the lens of, if we're comparing Mosquera and White, we're going to be comparing them the same. Right, they're both available. Right,
let's do it. Pratham challenge Gabriel above Saka in season defining. Oh, you didn't give us a reason, Pratham. So sorry.
Also, in
Luke-
season defining, I'd put Raya last. Actually, I'd put him just ahead of Zubamendi.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Move a second. Challenge Norgard to important. I think his early injury and warm up has overshadowed it, but he's important cover for Zubi and Rice.
I mean, I don't knock him as a player. I just feel we have enough.
Do you know what? I think he's top of Meh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I think he's bottom of important. I buy that because these are players. This is Dauman, Kepa, and Jesus. And
Let's
basically,
put Kepa ahead of Jesus. Actually, put Kepa ahead of Jesus.
Yeah. Like these are bonuses, basically. I don't know Norgard's a bonus, is he? That feels unfair.
If like Norgard got injured, I'm like, okay.
And like Kepa's basically only there if Raya gets injured. Like that's literally the only reason.
I personally would have kept Norgard in there personally.
Challenged in Meh.
Yeah,
really?
Norgard. Yeah, I mean, he gets injured tomorrow, right? And yeah, we're sad for him, but like, okay, move on.
I don't know. I think it's important to keep Mendy and Rice fit. Challenge Timber season defining gives us a lot of solidity at the back with Ben White, Rusty, and Mosquera quite raw. Timber is his senior.
What does that mean?
Essential.
Oh,
I'm just being that dick who exactly reads what
you say. All right, so Timber 100% season defining. I said that. I agree, dead set there. I agree. Get him up there now. Do you not think?
No.
Would you not think he's more important than Odegaard?
Because again, it's about quality and availability, and I think we have players who can cover him. And I don't think he, in the same way that Declan Rice is a million miles ahead of, let's say, Merino. I don't think Timber's he's better. Of course he is. He's not a million miles better than White. So availability and quality wise, I don't agree.
Interesting. So you're happy with Timber in that position, though, and very important.
Dead Zeppelin says, but Alex, my opinion's right and yours is wrong. It's fairs. Everyone is against you, Alex. Well, on Timber?
Yeah.
What is everyone against? I can't see that in the comments. What are the comments saying? Alex, I love you. Alex, your hair looks great. Alex, you're so handsome.
Alex is
all
such
your
a nice
opinions are
shirt.
right. Alex, that's such a nice shirt. So many nice things. You can't, Nathan Piper, you can't say everyone and then there's 3 people who say, there's 450 of you watching and 3 of you are saying Timber. That's not everyone. This is like what you two do. This is what you two do about Twitter. Oh, Arsenal fans was one person.
I don't do that. I don't.
It.
No, I think we all do that at times, all subconsciously.
There's
to present an argument.
If the Timber, what's it called? Nathan, there can't be 7 of you. It would have to get to an overwhelming 50 before I'd even consider that this was everyone.
Alex, can you respond?
Alex would be a great dictator. I agree.
Authoritarian Alex. Alex, can you explain to me why Vieira is important, please? What's an outrageous
Astral Dooley? Well, we just love him. We just think he's Vieira is in place of Incapie. And Karl Hein, I love that you've picked out Vieira, not Karl Hein, in very important. Karl Hein is Hein, I think it is actually, is Eze. Do you know what, Nathan? I will. And if I'm wrong, fair play to you.
This is what we like, a democracy.
No, you're all wrong.
Look at that.
I refuse it. Right. I'm going to
I'm
make
in.
the case for very important, and you're going to make the case for season defining, all right?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we actually have a super chat now.
we've had a
Giovanni
super chat
Edwards.
now, and I can't. Right, well, I can't ignore
Timber
that.
has been season fine. Thank you so much for your super chat, Giovanni, and I agree with you. Alex, do you disagree with a super chat?
What you've done there, Giovanni, is you've bribed people. That's what you've done.
What a man! What a man!
You've bribed people. I'm still going to do the poll.
Yeah, do the poll still. You will lose though. You know it.
Almost certainly, just because I've taken this position and people want to see me see this happen. Start a poll. Should Timber be in
Season defining?
Season defining. Yes.
Oh, you're a fast typer, Alex. I can hear your fingers just.
I've written, should Timber be in season defining? Yes, in brackets, Alex will leave TCP. And no.
Conrad, give us your reason why Trossard is season defining.
Nathan Piper might have been cooking here.
Nathan Piper's always here. He's got the knowledge. He's got the ball knowledge. He should be on the pod instead of me.
I've been 85% voted.
80%.
So what do the dictators do? They do this now, don't they? They go, the polling is rigged. That's what it is.
That's what they do. Yeah.
YouTube is being run by the woke left.
No.
And
what they do before that, Alex, is they won't even show the poll to the media, so nobody will even see the results.
So I'm not a dictator because I wouldn't have done a poll, would I? End the poll. And the poll answer was, should Timber be in season defining? Yes, Alex will leave TCP. Got 2% of the vote. Oh, that's a shame. And no, got 98% of the vote of 71 votes.
So you're staying. Woohoo!
So I was completely correct.
Well done, Alex. Now put Timber in season defining.
Waste, man. Challenge. We have seen what Gyokeres has brought in terms of stretching teams, and he's literally the only one in our squad with that unique quality. I'd say top 3, very important. I don't agree, and the reason is, in the same reason I don't agree for a Miles and a Ben White. They're closer to specialists, and you can't have, in my opinion, a specialist as your season-defining player. The reason these guys are season-defining is because they bring so many things to the team, and the reason you get further down with, it's not about Gyokeres, it's about Martinelli. Like, his all-round game isn't strong enough. He brings a really important quality that we need.
But then with that definition, surely you put Calafiori in season defining that.
Oh.
But if I don't,
I think it's too early.
That's not my
too
definition. Personally, that's not my definition. My definition is season defining. If this player sustains an injury for the remainder of the season, can we win the big honours? How much of a risk does that injury provide us with? That's how I see it. I don't. Yeah. So. Yeah, I wouldn't put Gyokeres there. I personally, I do feel like we would be able to cope. If you told me Kai Havertz was available from now to the end of the season, and Gyokeres sustained an injury for the remainder of the season, I think we'd be fine. Personally.
Why is everyone calling me a human trafficker again in the comments? Rank them based on how much you fancy them.
It's 10 past 9. We're running close to...
Right, we're going to finish there. Karl Hein's the most important player on our team. We're going to... Questions. 5 minutes. You get 6 minutes and 53 seconds to ask us questions. You lucky people. Ask us questions. Me and Rohan. Can you believe how lucky you are? Oh my goodness.
I hate this.
You lucky people. Alex Moneypenny, star of the different knock. Rohanalysis, star of Nike.
Oh, for analysis. Oh.
Question: why am I so full of myself? I don't know.
You're in a beautiful shirt.
Thanks, Rohan. Alex, keep redefining the criteria so your opinion is correct. Got it. Yep. Enough with the football. Someone tell me where one can go to meet people of the opposite sex.
Dating apps are your best, mate.
No, but I was talking about someone about this today. Women, if you do it the right way, women like being approached.
Yeah, but
bars.
yeah, 100%. But like the chances, I'd love to see a study, right? The chances of someone going out and your motive is that, right? Very thin in terms of like long. It depends on what your motive is. Space time.
If you've got no game and you're clapped, fair enough. Yeah.
Space. No. But it's like space time, right? What's your motive? What is your motive? Are you going with the intention of right, little cheeky short term thing? Then go out.
But you. I can't give the dating advice I really want to give.
Why?
But what I'll say is this: build your castle and your what's the phrase? Not troops. Your kingdom will come.
Okay, but the whole thing is like meeting people and.
Yeah, but if you build, I think especially as a man, I think if you build your value, everything else follows.
But the whole thing about it, right? So you're looking to meet someone, right? And we've got to look at law of averages. The law of averages are with apps is certainly higher in.
No. Be on the apps as well. Yeah. Be on the apps as well.
That should be a staple, I think. I think that should be a staple.
Yeah, just try that. But also you got to go physically, and also like meeting people on common interests.
100%, yeah. But the whole thing is about like, so like how does one be able to meet another person of the opposite sex, right? So you can go out, you can go to a bar and stuff, right? But my point is like if you're looking for something long term, the chances are probably not as high. I don't think the chances are going to be as high when you go into a club or go into a bar. So it's a long term thing. People on a dating app, so like for example, Hinge is usually foreseen as something that's a little bit more long term. Tinder, I might be wrong here. Tinder is a little bit more towards, I don't know, maybe short term. So yeah, you gotta have the right dating app. Do you know what I mean? So
no, but it's not an either or. And I would say
no, it's not an either or.
The apps are yes, there's more chance, but it's more. I would say it's more. It's also if there is more, literally, there's more. Then there's more variables, right?
Yeah.
So I would say go chat to people, find a common interest, start something, go to a art class. There'll be a pretty lady there. How you doing? Show us your best pickup line on Rohan, Alex. You ready?
Go on then.
Hey.
No, right. 1 minute. What? That was a very long question. Yeah.
No, we've got an hour and a half here, mate. My lead on a night out is: have you read Thiago Motta's thesis? No luck as of yet.
Remember that guy, that meme's like, so when Lukaku drops in, that allows the wingers to.
Oh yeah. That would be you on a night out.
No, it wouldn't.
A place, somewhere you have something in common.
Yeah,
and then you can build rapport. That's what I'd say.
The problem though is like, so for example, you go into an art gallery, right, and you're just going for no motive, right? So then you're you're banking on someone else there going through the art gallery and also with the intention of meeting someone.
Yeah, but I don't think they necessarily go with the intention of meeting someone. You also don't have to like. It's not a success because if you meet someone on a night out and then you exchange Instagram or something, you're just mates. Like that's not. Yeah. That's part way down if that's your intention.
100%. I'm thinking the mindset of your motive is to right. I need to find someone now. This needs to be it. It's the numbers game.
Okay. That's a true engineer. Alex, rank the following high to low: Twix, Kit Kat, M&M's.
Now we're
Maltesers.
talking, right? Also, and Alex, you're only rating it. My ranking doesn't matter.
You rank those, mate, because I've got a super chat that's asked me a question. So you rank those. Go on.
Okay, right. So, can you get it back? Okay, so it's
Yeah.
I would say M&M's is last. Chuck that last. No one cares about them. Twix is top. Kit Kat second. Maltese is third, and M&M's fourth. Just M&M's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Don't need them.
Utter woke
They're
nonsense.
like peanuts. So go have some peanuts.
James is saying Maltesers, Twix, Kit Kat, M&M's. I
That's
think
not
Kit Kat-
bad. That's not bad.
Yeah,
but Twix
M&M's
is
are.
top. Twixes are very calorie heavy, though. Very calorie heavy.
Alex, give us your tips for dating or how to get laid. If you're asking, I can't tell if you're joking, but if you're asking genuinely, I would say, that especially, and I do think there's a difference, especially as a man. I think like working on yourself and building how you feel about yourself will naturally attract other people who like that. And if you are confident in yourself, if like you go to the gym, you work out, you good, make good money, you have a business, whatever it might be. Like if you're building yourself naturally, people will be attracted to that. I think for women it is slightly different. I also think, like, I know it's very easy to say, "Oh, just be yourself," but like trust that what you have to say is interesting, and someone's going to find it interesting. Just because the person in front of you isn't doesn't mean it isn't. It's just not interesting to them. That's a very different thing.
I agree.
Also, there's a guy called Alain de Botton on YouTube who talks all about love and all about romantic love, and he's amazing. And we don't have time to go into it on a football podcast, but I could talk about this for hours. He talks all about like how romanticism was like basically like an art movement in like the 1800s, and it's kind of given us these mad ideas of love that aren't really useful. Kind of contextualizing and stuff. It's really, really interesting, and it helped me have a very different perspective on romantic love and like the idea of what we want from that. He articulates it brilliantly in a way that we're not going to get into here because we're on a football podcast. But if we're being serious, that is my opinion.
That's a very good way to end it. Fantastic.
What if you're boring? You aren't boring.
Not boring. Yeah. As
No
long as
one's boring.
unless you're that trained guy.
Even he, Rohan, though, has access to infinite consciousness, infinite love. And if he did some magic mushrooms, he might realize that the universe is working in his favor.
Yeah, let's end the stream.
Let's end the stream, shall we? Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We hope you're all well. We hope you join us again, and we haven't put you off this Thursday evening. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you.
Celebrity Traitors on right now, by the way. Jeez.
Oh, I might get into it.
Thank you so much for watching. And thanks, as always, for keeping it Arsenal.
Tens of thousands of football fans came to Highbury. This was one kind of queue the ladies thoroughly enjoyed.
Electrifying. Electrifying. Inspiration.